I had just moved into a quiet suburban neighborhood called Maple Hollow, eager to enjoy some peace, privacy, and the comfort of my first home. Everything seemed ideal. Wide roads, clean parks, even a small community pond. But what no one warned me about was the Maple Hollow HOA, or as I came to know them, the neighborhood's self-declared monarchy. The trouble began one Friday night, shortly after I'd moved in. My friend Emma came over to drop off some housewarming gifts. It was 8:22 p.m. We barely got through unpacking before I heard a knock on my door. It was Gary, HOA board member, clipboard clutched like a badge. He said, "Visitors are not allowed after 8 p.m. You violated Article 12, Section 4 of the Community Guidelines." I thought it was a joke. I even laughed. Gary didn't. The rule that sparked the war. The next morning, I got an official letter taped to my door. No stamp, no envelope, just HOA stationery. You are in violation of HOA regulations concerning late-night visitors. Future violations will result in fines and citations. They weren't kidding. That night, Emma came back at 8:15 p.m. to help me install shelves. She was followed in by an HOA security patrol who literally blocked my driveway and told her she had to leave. HOA regulations, one of them said like it was the Constitution. I was furious. I called the HOA office. No answer. So I called someone else, my dad, Mark Sanderson, Director of Regional Construction and Infrastructure Projects for the state, the man in charge of approving or denying nearly every building permit, road improvement, and commercial expansion in our entire region. A very different Monday morning. I told Dad what happened. His response? Let me look into which projects Maple Hollow's applied for recently. Turns out the HOA had 3 pending construction projects: a $750,000 clubhouse expansion, a new gated entry system, and a community park renovation, all of which required state-level approval because of drainage and road work. And guess who had the authority to pause them indefinitely? My dad. The reversal. Within a week, Maple Hollow's board received a formal notice. Due to reports of unlawful curfews enforced on private property and violations of residential rights, all project reviews are suspended pending further investigation. Gary showed up at my door the next morning, not with a clipboard, but with an apology. We may have overreacted, he said, sweat gathering under his HOA polo. Oh, I said, just following Article 12, right? They offered to reconsider the curfew, but I wasn't done. Dad's audit, my father, ever the thorough administrator, didn't just stop at the project delays. He ordered an audit of Maple Hollow HOA's prior construction filings. It revealed fabricated noise complaints to justify the visitor curfew, illegal surveillance cameras pointed at private driveways, unapproved construction crews paid under the table for sidewalk expansions. It was bad. Bad enough for the state to revoke HOA funding grants for the next 2 years. And just like that, the HOA that couldn't stop citing bylaws had to answer to actual law. Victory on the porch. 1 week later, I hosted a late-night gathering on my lawn under string lights. Neighbors came, curious and hopeful. Emma arrived at 8:45 p.m. No clipboard, no patrol, just laughter, food, and my dad sipping iced tea on a patio chair. Gary walked by, gave a polite nod, and kept walking. I leaned over to Dad and whispered, I think Article 12 got shredded. He grinned. Construction delays make people very cooperative. Epilogue. The visitor curfew rule, voted out at the next HOA meeting. Gary, replaced on the board. And Maple Hollow? Well, it learned the hard way that picking fights over petty power can cost millions in development delays, especially when your neighbor's dad has the authority to shut down your blueprints with a single phone call.